All right, so I'm going to ask you all to ignore the fact that I'm wearing this Alabama polo here. Um, got it from the shirt shop. Shout out to the shirt shop. Fantastic store. If you're from Tuscaloosa, you got to stop by. But it's, I'm making my Iron Bowl prediction between Alabama and Auburn, and I vow to be as unbiased as possible in this video. And I will be unbiased. I'm gonna break this down from a very objective point of view, and I promise to do that. So this Auburn team, I want to touch on them. They remind me this year's Auburn team reminds me a lot of Alabama's 2007 season, which, if you recall, was Nick Saban's first season as head coach of Alabama. Just a series of drastic ups and downs. You know, you look and this Auburn team challenges Georgia. They challenge Ole Miss, and you say, "Wow, these are two of the best teams in the SEC," and Auburn just hung with them. You also get the record; they're 6-5. They're bowl eligible. It's not bad. From last year, that's improvement. They were not bowl eligible at this time last year. They're going to be playing a game in December. Will it be the Birmingham Bowl? It may be, but nonetheless, they are playing in December. And to these Tigers, after last year, that's progress. But then you look at some of these lows, and these lows are low. I mean, they've gotten embarrassed by two groups of Aggies this year. Not one, but two groups of Aggies. Texas A&M and New Mexico State last weekend. And also LSU destroyed Auburn when they played. So those are lows. Those are games where you're a head coach. You go into the locker room after that game, and there's not really much you can say. I mean, it's you're Hugh Freeze. You look at yourself in the mirror and you say, excuse me, bad allergies. We've done good things this year. We've moved the needle. We've seen progress, but this game is something that you can definitely learn a lot out of. And Auburn has had 5 of them this year. There's been times where you've seen this offense look fluid. There's been times where you've seen this Auburn defense look like a classic Auburn defense. And then there's some times where both units are just non-existent. So it's been a mixed bag for this team this year. But I will say that Hugh Freeze, I think for his first year, has done a pretty good job, and I think you'll see this Auburn program continue to ascend down the line here. But nonetheless, they are running into a buzzsaw this Saturday. That is the Alabama Crimson Tide. It's an Alabama Crimson Tide team that's found an identity, and it's scary. The Kentucky game, for Alabama, that is your classic trap game. If there's a game that Alabama is going to lose, it's going to be that game. You're coming off of a massive emotional victory over LSU. Vibes are high. And then you're having an 11 a.m. kickoff up in cold Lexington, Kentucky, against this mysterious Kentucky team. And that's a game where it's like, okay, Alabama's coming off this huge win, transitioning to this game. Are they going to be caught lacking in the first 2 quarters? And they were just the opposite of that. They were on fire. Jalen Milroe has not only improved, he's found himself. He has found his identity as a quarterback, and it has been amazing to watch his progression week by week, finding out how to use his speed, but also developing his skills as a passer. His deep ball is accurate, but he's also developed a good short game. Football is like golf. You got to have a good short game as a quarterback. You watch Tom Brady surgically carve teams up with his short game for 23 years, and Jalen Milroe has always had a great deep ball, but you got to have that short game. And he's been breaking out the 8 and the 9 iron very well these past couple weeks. Receivers. We've been seeing receivers break out. Jermaine Burton, Isaiah Bonds, even Malik Benson has really put in his own these past couple weeks. And it's been fantastic to watch. The offensive line play has drastically improved, and of course, that defense. That defense is so deep, especially when you have somebody like Deontay Lawson go out, and I hope he gets better as swiftly as possible here. But you see somebody like Deontay Lawson go out, and Jahad Campbell comes in, and Jahad Campbell has played as great as he has. That's a testament to the depth of that Alabama defense. that Alabama defensive front's the best in the nation at this point. It really is, and I think Auburn's going to struggle mightily with trying to hold that back on Saturday. I think that defensive line is just going to drastically outmatch the Auburn offensive line. So in this game, it's a rivalry game. It's always good to see these games close, and I think Auburn does challenge Alabama for about a quarter. But I think Alabama wins this thing definitively in Jordan-Hare. I think it's going to be about 35-13, and Alabama will be moving on to play Georgia in the SEC championship. We couldn't talk there for a second. The following week, it's always a tongue twister, SEC championship. But I think that this game could be competitive for a quarter, but beyond that, will be rather lopsided. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you and the time that you took out of your day to watch the video. And if you enjoyed it, please be sure to like the video and share it, as well as subscribe to The Era. The more likes and subscribers I get on this channel, the more resources I can attain, and the more resources I can attain, the more value I can provide to you, the viewer. And that is how I show my appreciation for you for the time that you devote to watching my videos. So thank you so much, and have a great day.